Do you not think, Steve, with football and players sometimes there does come a time in some players' careers, unfortunately, that they just grow apart, and that was maybe the case with Man United and Marcus Rashford. He was once a fairy tale, but then certain things happened. Loads of different managers, loads of different ideas, loads of different inputs into where he should play, etc. Not probably seeing eye to eye on bits and pieces with different managers. Maybe become tiring for him. And that relationship with the club maybe just kind of dwindled away. Do you not think that could be sometimes? I know everyone's been looking for a lot of excuses and a lot of reasons as to why, but it could be just that simple.
It might be, yeah, and maybe that is the case. But ultimately, Bruno Fernandes has basically been through the same ringer. No one's questioning his commitment when he steps out onto the pitch.
We'll get back to Rio and Stephen in just a quick second, but remember, if you like this video, please like, share and subscribe, and also don't forget to click the notification button so that you know when the next Big D video hits. And don't forget, if you've got something that you want to get off your chest, you know what to do. The comment section is for you. Type it in the comments. I read all of the comments. Now, in this little clip from Rio Ferdinand's YouTube channel, Rio and Stephen, they are going to be discussing Marcus Rashford and his debut at Aston Villa, and also going to be mentioning Jadon Sancho as well, and the general sort of situation at Manchester United, and giving their thoughts on all of that good stuff. And I really like what Stephen has to say. So here's what Stephen's going to say, and then stick around for after the clip, because the Big D is going to be sharing his thoughts on this particular situation tonight. Here's the boys.
Yeah. You can't tell me that this forward line is good enough to be in the top half of the table. We said it in the summer, this team doesn't have goals in it. You was relying on Marcus Rashford having one of his 1 in 7 seasons. You was relying on Rasmus Højlund having his best ever season, Diallo having his best ever season, Garnacho having his best ever season, and Xerxes having his best ever season, just to hit the top 10. There are no goals in this team. Goals win you games.
What did you think of Marcus Rashford with
cooking? He come on Aston Villa, yeah, and he was like the old Marcus of old. I know it was only for a few minutes, but I saw him chasing down players. I ain't seen him chase down players like that in years, mate. Honestly, came in, does a little nutmeg. Yeah, his goals in that performance was his hunting down and his tackling. I know he didn't actually get one in the back of the net, but it was good to see he actually put in some effort, linking in with the players. I see him drop a little nutmeg as well on one of the wing backs. And it was that, Rio, he makes a nutmeg, and then there was another player there. He's telling the player, no, leave it. I got it. He runs in front. Yeah, there was no end product to it, I'm not going to lie. But it was like, there was that electric excitement that you get from Marcus Rashford, and I'll be honest with you, I said it in our group chat the other day. If he does the right things in training and he stays hungry, he's going to be just fine at Villa. And he might get that move to Barcelona afterwards in the summer that he wants.
How low is the bar that running around with a little bit of effort is now praised?
It's true.
Joel.
It's true.
I love Marcus Rashford, but the guy's just had 3 months off. If he didn't run around and look like he give a shit, he would be absolutely and probably rightly crucified for doing that. Like, this is his first showing in front of his new fans. Like, it's the minimum expectation is running round. I'm not accepting from a player that was worth 100 million a year ago. I'm not accepting that running around and trying to nutmeg is actually worthy of any sort of praise.
Do you not think, Steve, with football and players sometimes there does come a time in some players' careers, unfortunately, that they just grow apart, and that was maybe the case with Man United and Marcus Rashford. He was once a fairy tale, but then certain things happened. Loads of different managers, loads of different ideas, loads of different inputs into where he should play, etc. Not probably seeing eye to eye on bits and pieces with different managers. Maybe become tiring for him, and that relationship with the club maybe just kind of dwindled away. Do you not think that could be sometimes? I know everyone's been looking for a lot of excuses and a lot of reasons as to why, but it could be just that simple.
It might be, yeah, and maybe that is the case, but ultimately, Bruno Fernandes has basically been through the same ringer. No one's questioning his commitment when he steps out onto the pitch.
No, did you see Sancho's funny reply?
I haven't seen Sancho's reply, actually.
Marcus tweeted something like, I don't know, or Instagram message something like, great to have the support at Villa or something like that from the fans. And then Sancho responded with freedom and hands like that.
Wow. Is that what they're doing?
Yeah.
That is crazy. Nah, that's cheeky from Sancho because it wasn't a good performance by him this weekend. But I think overall we've seen a very good Jadon Sancho. And,
no, we haven't. Chelsea fans are fuming, asking if United have scammed them for him.
No, that was because they had a bad result. Didn't you hear what I started the conversation with? But overall, he's been good.
Overall, disagree.
Ah, man, Steve, I've seen him at Chelsea versus what he was like at United, yeah. And to be fair, and it's not all Sancho's fault if people are not happy either, because obviously I believe that Maresca's slowly starting to get found out a little bit. But this isn't their season where they're expected to do much. They just need to get through this season, get top 6, and then next season, that's where they're going to see what's really happening. But overall, there is no debate. There's a better Jadon Sancho at Chelsea than there was at Manchester United.
Yeah, because he's actually playing.
Yeah, but even when he was playing at United, don't get me wrong, he had like the odd game where, he did well against Liverpool and stuff like that. But the reality is we just wasn't seeing enough from Jadon Sancho. He's best when he's got runners, when he's got people making runs around him and he's able to play the little ball inside, etc. Or he's got Cucurella busting a gut to get round him. That's when you see the best of Jadon Sancho.
Just going back to that freedom message on social media from Jadon Sancho. It does, like I said before, it does seem like these guys feel a bit more freedom. They're getting more game time. The likes of Anthony, assists to the goal on the man of the match performance. McTominay, like I said, is on fire
Anthony
at the moment.
shanked him over the bar, though. I've seen the highlights.
Yeah, well, I'm just going off what I've seen. The stats I'm being shown.
I think he got 2 man of the matches.
Who? 2 man of the matches.
Yeah, but I don't know how much he's taking a piss because his team lost in the second game and he weren't good. So I don't know how much of that is. But I also think somebody's doing bits in Italy. Cool. Fucking Ashley Young and Alexis Sanchez went over, and Chris Smalling. Chris Smalling was pulling out fucking Baresi quotes when he went to holding his heart at the moment. Rio, you probably got another couple of seasons out in Italy, I reckon.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you still got to go out there and do it, man. You still there's players out there that are playing out there that ain't pulling up trees, that ain't doing as well as we might have thought they would have done. You still got to produce them performances, man.
Yeah, it's a reject, man. Keane's gone out there and looking absolutely saucy in that at the moment. Like, it's just a dead league.
Listen, at the end of the day, you still got to go out there and perform when you're given a shirt. It's like in England.
I 100% agree with Stephen Housen and what he has got to say in that clip. That Manchester United team has 0 goals in it. No goals. Not using the current system anyway. I've said once, I'll say it again. I still think Ruben Amorim should have phased in his new system. He should have kept Ruud van Nistelrooy. Should have played 4-2-3-1 initially and just got points on the board, because that formation, when the players were confident and they were free, they were attacking and they were scoring goals. Bruno Fernandes was scoring goals. But alas, no. Ruben Amorim was defiant and he's sticking to his tactics, and that's that. However, he's got no goals in the side. That side is crying out for a goal scorer, and he's bang on there, Stephen, what he said there, because he said there that he's Man United were relying on all of those players having their best ever season just to be able to keep pace with everyone else. That's a damning verdict on Manchester United, and particularly the attacking side. But, I don't necessarily think we're too far off, because I've said before, one man doesn't make a team, but one man can make a difference. So if you get a goal scorer in that side, we climb the table. That's that. Marcus Rashford's effort at Aston Villa, yeah, that's the bare minimum. Totally agree. And I will also add as well that sometimes players just need a break from the Manchester United microscope. That's it. So, they mentioned McTominay there. They've mentioned, Smalling in the past. Anthony, yeah, absolutely. Anthony's gone to Real Betis and he's played well in his first 2 games. I do think the Anthony situation is slightly different because he had a lot of personal situations and legal situations going on in the background. And, as soon as he was out of the team, he found it very difficult to get back in. However, still, he's gone to Spain and he's doing quite well in his first 2 games at least. And I mean, Alex Ferguson used to say not everyone can wear the shirt. Not everyone can handle it. It's a heavy shirt. The biggest club in England by far. And that's that. Doesn't matter what the Scousers or the Gooners or Chelsea or anyone else says. Manchester United. And, it just shows you that they are, because even now that, we're not winning the league anymore, we're still headline news. So Marcus Rashford's gone away, and if he didn't put the effort in his debut minutes, he would have proven Amorim right there. And he certainly doesn't want to do that. And I don't know what Jadon Sancho's sticking his neck out for, because he was rubbish as well. He was another one. He is another one that can't handle the big time. He can't handle the big time. He's good in a team where he knows he's the best player. And he's only going to be the best player in a team in a subpar league. And that's why he did well at Dortmund, because the Bundesliga is a subpar league compared to the Premier League. He couldn't make it at City. He got his big move, his second big move back to Man United, and he flopped at Man United because he didn't put the effort in for whatever reason. It was a mentality issue. That's what it is. And it's the same with Marcus. I mean, these 2 players should be tearing it up. They should. Anyone with speed and physicality, which those 2 players have got, and a bit of skill, they should be doing a lot better than what they have been doing. And Sancho hasn't exactly gone to Chelsea and set the world on fire. So yeah, Sancho should just wind his neck in, because he's an absolute massive waste of money. So yeah, get rid of him, get rid of Marcus Rashford, get some players in there with a bit of grit. And Stephen Housen's right. You don't see Bruno Fernandes down in tools or anything like that. At least, I understand that people, get frustrated with his antics and stuff like that, and his moaning and whatnot. But Roy Keane used to moan to the referee all the time. So what would they have Bruno Fernandes do? Just keep quiet and not care? He's a passionate player and he gets stuck in, and at the very least he puts the effort in, and that's all Manchester United fans can expect from the players that are on the field, that they put the effort in, really. So yeah. So, Rashford, I'm not surprised he put the effort in, but let's see how he does for the remainder of the season. And I hope he does put the effort in. I do, because he suits a team like Aston Villa. Put the effort in, get his big move, and go and sit on Barcelona's bench, because that's all they want him for. The bench. He's going to go and sit there and play second fiddle to, I don't know, Pedri or Lamal or one of those guys. Because Marcus Rashford isn't necessarily going to set the La Liga alight. Certainly not with his current attitude. But we'll see. We'll certainly see. To play devil's advocate, I'm glad Rio has brought up what he said there. Because I have mentioned this before, and I do think there is an element of truth in what he says here, and that is, sometimes, club and player grow apart, and it's just time to move on. Because, from Marcus's point of view, I mean, he's went through about 5 different sort of rebuilds. He's worked with Amorim for a few weeks. He's looked at Amorim and thought, nah, this is not for me. This isn't an improvement on Erik ten Hag. So, yeah, I'm out of here. and to be fair, if that is the way he's thinking, I mean, he's kind of right at the moment, because Amorim hasn't exactly improved Manchester United. Are we now the worst performing Manchester United team in the Premier League era, or even of all time? I'm not sure, but I would say we're down there. So he probably just thought, do you know what? It's going to be another 2 years of this. So and then it's going to be 2 years of Amorim trying to build a side, and then eventually he's going to get sacked. Or there's going to be another manager coming in the summer, and it's going to be round and round the merry-go-round we go. I want to go into a settled side. Maybe that's what he's thought, and he just can't be bothered with the microscope anymore, because the microscope's all right when you're winning. But anyway, what do you guys think? Does Marcus Rashford, is he thinking, he maybe just wants to change because he can't be bothered with the manager merry-go-round again, and he saw the writing on the wall? Because he would be right. Do you think Sancho's improved since he's left Manchester United? Do you think Marcus Rashford played well for Aston Villa? And what do you think of our forward line? And who would you sign if we could? Please, I'd love to know your thoughts. If you've lasted this long in my video, you're clearly interested in what I've got to say. So because of that, I appreciate you, and I want to hear what you have got to say. So please, thoughts in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.